sides on it, it moves it out. It moves it out, so it makes it better.
Okay. Yeah. So the thing about it is, you start talking about the draft already, you right? So the thing about it is the best quarterbacks in the NCAA right now are juniors. They're not seniors.
Yep.
I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, I mean, you're talking about Mendoza. Mendoza has another year eligibility. I mean, if IU has a legitimate shot and gets into the national championship game, I grew up in Indiana. So I'm going to tell you what, that shit happens, chances are the dude's going to try to come back and try to make it happen. And I would hate him if he didn't, right? So it's hard to talk about quarterbacks that are going to be in this draft. Because, I mean, hell, even if you're not a fan of the Mannings, it's been clear since day one he's not going to he's going to graduate college before he goes to the NFL. They've made that very clear. Mm-hmm. I mean, since he was a freshman, right? So, the Manning clan.
Well, Bob, I definitely understand. I understand what you're saying.
Sure.
And here's, I got it. And these are names because I am not that guy. And I never profess to be that guy. I am your draft expert. I'm not. I just have seen a little bit of X, Y, and Z from some highlights, and I listen to people about who are the quarterbacks, okay? Yeah. And I hear and I see, and I saw Mendoza last week with the win. I saw Sellers from South Carolina who does what he does. So what I'm saying is I get the names and I figure out, there's one, there's another one. So I at least know that. But and I know that things change because of NIL.
Yeah.
So you can stay an extra year because of NIL, and it makes it different. But I can only tell you what I'm looking at. But I also know, and boy, you want to talk about another person that looks to be all that in a biscuit, and he's out of Florida, and he's basically the same clone of Richardson.
Yep.
Big kid, has a rocket for an arm and can run, right?
Right.
Where have we seen that before?
No
with Richardson
at all.
Out in Indianapolis. Right. But the one thing I will say about Lagway is I think he's better than Richardson because he's actually played a lot more games. Okay.
That's true.
He's played a lot more games. And he's got some experience. And if DJ decides, hey, I'm not digging on my NIL money, and thank you there, Richie Richey. Ardell knows what I'm talking about. If DJ Lagway decides, hey, I want to go to the pros, he would be an intriguing aspect or guy to possibly draft. I'm not saying us, but he's going to be in the conversation because we got to figure out who is, like you said, who is going to be that guy. That must be a guy on the farm type of thing.
There. Ardell said it best. 2 comments above, right there. He said it best.
All hat, no cattle. All hat, no cattle.
No, 2 above.
Oh, we'll lose their minds if Mendoza.
No. Indiana
Indiana will lose their mind.
No, if they sniff a title, if they even get into the top 4, Indiana's going to go absolutely freaking bullshit bonkers, and that's the way Indiana rolls, dude. When they're like, oh, we have a chance? Oh, shit, here's my money. I'm just going to shove you money. Here, let's go. That's the way Indiana rolls. I grew up there, dude. I was born there. Like IU basketball, when they were dominant for a long time, right? When they got
Knight
good,
was the coach.
everybody threw their money at that shit. You know what I mean? Whether there wasn't NIL, but it kind of was. You know what I mean?
There were greasy palms, man. Greasy palms.
Yeah. Indiana basketball was a cash cow. No question. Richie said it down there. No question. But
I'm getting it on there just a little bit slow on the uptake.
My thing is this, and I agree with you 100%. No matter what we do, it's got to be the trenches, bro. It's got to be. We can't be fucking around with a quarterback fucking our first pick of the draft. Regardless of what happens the rest of this season, we know we're not going to a Super Bowl, so it doesn't fucking matter at this point. Hell, we could win out and never touch a Super Bowl. It doesn't even fucking matter.
Wait,
right?
what? We're not going to the Super Bowl?
Right. Exactly. I mean, I'm like, yeah, I could see.
I got it. The one guy, Biff, was pegging, from back to the field. He said that we were going. He said that we win the Super Bowl according to the book. So
right.
That must have been a misprint.
My thing is this: what's really blowing my mind is I firmly believed that the AFC West was going to be the best division in the NFL. Now, they're not too far off from it. Don't get me wrong. With the Chiefs getting better, the Chargers are impressing me with all the freaking shit they've lost, all their injuries and all the stuff and how they're playing. You know what I mean? I'm pretty damn impressed with them. But damn, the North is a little bit different. The NFC North. I'm sorry, I meant to mention NFC. The Bears, they could win that fucking division. I'm just like, I never would have freaking dreamed that shit. So then now you have the best division in the NFL, in my opinion, is the NFC West. That's probably the best division in the entire NFL right now, as it stands. If the Cardinals weren't in that division, there would be no question, So, so the Cowboys are going to get beat on Monday Night Football. I don't know what the score is going to be, but they're going to get beat.
Okay. I'm looking to see it. I hope to see it.
No, they're going to get beat.
Go ahead.
I don't really care if they win or lose. Yeah, I don't hate the Cowboys. They are what they are. They're a lot like us. They haven't won shit in a long fucking time, right? But their offense is not going to overcome what their defense gives up. And I mean, our overall defense is ranked 15th in the NFL. Our run defense is 5th in the NFL overall. And their defense is 29th against the pass and 31st against the run. So
okay,
I have a hard time.
You do realize you do realize that the Raiders offense, and thank God for the stats from Miss Peggy, the Raiders offense is ranked 31st. So a 31st ranked offense against a 31st ranked defense neutralizes it. Our defense should neutralize a very good offense that the Cowboys have. That's why I said if you're picking the Raiders to win, then you must have had the book that Biff had, because we could win, we might win, it's possible, but it just depends upon which portions of the team actually show up against the Cowboys on Monday night. If our defense shows up, then maybe they neutralize that Dallas offense. Okay,
our defense has showed up.
I don't know.
Straight weeks.
We'll see.
Our defense has showed up 3 straight weeks.
Yes,
So
our offense can't fucking put any points on the board.
Right. But we also haven't played the worst run defense that we've seen all year. So if
yes,
it's
Richie,
an if,
yes, Biff,
if
yes,
was a fifth, we'd all be drunk, right? So, but if we can get a freaking running game going, Dallas's offense won't be on the field much. Now, I did call it. I made a stupid call, and I said Raiders 31, Dallas 30. Because I figured the only way we'd beat Dallas would be we would have to score 30 to beat Dallas. And Dallas is going to have 30. So that's kind of where I was at with it. In order for us to win, we'll have to score over 30, which is 31. That was my best, the best way I could call it. So my thing about it is this. Dallas is the worst in every statistical category on defense. Kenny Walker or not, he's just a defensive tackle. That has not been the problem. The problem on offense has been we can't run the fucking football, so therefore we can't establish a play action game. We can't establish any of the other shit that Chip wants to do, right? We can establish a running game. Oh, by the way, where's Dallas ranked again? Pretty sure they're last in the league. So all I'm saying is, if we can establish a running game, the Dallas Cowboys will lose that ball game. Does it matter to us? Not really.
Which is no. Well, wait a second. It's not. No, it matters to me because I go to these games and I will be in every other Vegas game.
That's not the point.
Okay,
that's not what I was trying to say. Shit, that's not what I was trying to say.
I get what you're saying.
I mean, as far as
I understand. I understand what you're saying as far as like dropping draft picks. I get it. And in the grand scheme of things, another win doesn't fucking matter, and that's probably about what you were saying. But maybe it actually shows this team that we can actually win a game. And I hate what the woulda, coulda, shoulda. And Richie Riche is in out here. Richie, the fucking Broncos should have lost on Thursday. They should have lost.
I just came off the Wild Wild.
No.
I just came off the Wild Wild West, and he even said, should have lost that ball game. Should have lost that ball game. No question.
Thank you.
He even said that. So I'm going to give Richie credit because I'm going to tell you what, he's the only Bronco fan that can roll up my lane without getting shot. I promise you that.
I got you. I didn't watch, and Richie, no offense, Richie. I didn't watch the show because it was on at the same time I was doing my show to a point, and so I didn't know. But and you always, Richie Riche has pretty much always been fair in his analysis most of the time. I would say about in the 90%. In the 90 percentiles, he's fair. I'll say that.
Nobody is.
But I will agree with on this.
As a Bronco fan, nobody is more critical of the Broncos than Richie is. I promise you that. Nobody. There's nobody more critical of the Broncos. I mean, he's called them losing more times than he's called them winning this year. Most times. I'm just saying. He's just dealing with a lot of weather right now, so I'm surprised he's actually able to be in here. They've got some terrible weather going on up there. He got kicked out of the show, which is his own show.
Richie
a few times.
Richie is outside in shorts and a t-shirt. He doesn't give a fuck about the weather.
Oh no, he looks like
He's
Mike McCarthy, bro.
T-shirt.
He's Mike McCarthy, bro. That's all I told him. I said, "You look like Mike McCarthy, bro." Just saying.
And it's good to see him on here. Good to see Richie on here for sure.
I mean, the thing about it is, if you look
actually,
at
wait a second.
The AFC West
you might not be able to see that. You might not be able to see that, but Richie Riche is watching on your channel.
Oh, is he? Yeah. That's where he would be. But hey, Richie, make sure I'm pretty sure you are, but make sure you go over and subscribe to Captain Jack's side because he supports MHRT.
Unless he's taking his subscription, yes, he's a subscriber to my channel.
Oh, I figured he would be.
Because I know that I've subscribed to MHRT, so it is. I figured it's not. Yeah.
I'm a mob there already. Richie said, my dad looks like Mike McCarthy, not me. I'm like, no. Well, if your dad looks like Mike McCarthy, you look like Mike
Richie's
just saying. Hey, Richie.
Yeah,
this is my chance to be able to talk to you. This is my chance to be able to talk to you, Richie, where I have to type my responses, and you're way quicker speaking it than can be typed. So, just saying. Love that shit. Fucking awesome. But I mean, I'm being honest with it. I'm not trying to inflate the Raiders. I'm just saying I think the matchup's pretty damn good. I really do. It's either going to be one of those 3-0.5 type freaking, and the NFL is going to have to examine this shit because we keep having these freaking like lackluster primetime games. NFL is going to have to be like, what the fuck are we doing? Because they're losing it. I mean, the primetime games have sucked. They've been low scoring, very boring all season long. So I can see not necessarily Genty like blowing the doors off of that defense. But hell, Mostert. Why have we not been freaking using a proven freaking running back in that backfield from time to time? If nothing else, make him a fullback. Let him go freaking blast somebody and give freaking Genty another blocker. I mean, our interior offensive line is decimated, bro. There's nobody to block there. In the run game, may do better because all offensive linemen know how to run block. Well, at least we thought so until Kappa came to the team. But anyway, you know how I feel about that.
Pronouncing his name, it's crap. It's crap. Yeah. But you got to be able to say his name correctly. It's crap.
The moment I was like, it's a freaking dude that can handle a pass rush, but fucking can't run block. And here we just drafted number 6 overall freaking running back. You know what I mean? I'm like, that is not good. So, yeah, JPJ.
And that's why, and we talked to.
I won't be sure we'll see JPJ
finish it up.
or
I'll get mine after you said.
I just don't think we'll see JPJ or Colton the rest of the year. No. There's no reason.
We will see them next year, and the question will be, where will they be playing next year? Because it's not necessarily going to be with the Raiders. It's not necessarily going to be with the Raiders because those are, I mean, Miller, has that contact of the left tackle. But if the Raiders have that fuck you issue with JPJ, they might be stupid enough to trade him when he is the only offensive lineman worth the salt. But if you listen to Peggy, well, you need them all five to be worthy. But you got to start with one. You start with one, then you get a second one and a third one, and you go from there. Okay? But you got to start with one. And right now, JPJ was the one guy I was going to start with, and she's not really high on Colton. But Richard would say, I'll take JPJ today.
Yeah,
that's the type of stupid shit that I can see somebody trade for JPJ if we're stupid enough to let him go.
But I'm telling you what, that is the one position the Broncos suck at is center. Max Crosby freaking destroyed Watson. Just destroyed that dude. Play after play after play. Made that center look like a freaking asshole. And the thing about it is, he's a defensive end. This defensive end just comes around, stunts it, freaking smashes him, puts him on his ass, and comes upfield. I mean, Richie is the first one to say this dude terrible at center. That's going to be our problem.
Yeah.
He said that week 2. This is going to be a problem. And guess what? He was right. I call him Whataburger.
Right.
Only mustard, no ketchup. Yeah. Thing about it is, he did mention something there. Your theory is that it was Richie said this. Now, theory is that what happens why you take the masculinity.
The pussification. Yeah. It's the pussification.
Little to no grit, right?
And I've said it in other ways. I said the pussification, the NFL, the pussification. Okay, I don't call it the wussification because I will call it the pussification of the NFL has led to what we see today.
Oh yeah, no doubt. This is gonna make a noise. Hold on.
And I got it. And for those that would like to come into the show, because I've already gone on for 90. If you would like to come into the show, please do. Because otherwise, I'm probably going to cut out in about 10 minutes. Okay. Because we're going to be me and Navman for about the next 10 minutes, unless somebody else comes in.
I just got here.
Because we know. I know. But it's like, it's unfortunately because of Peggy coming on at like that. Because Peggy comes on at 9:30 instead of 9. That extra half hour throw over,
right,
is what does it. And I have a 08 VA appointment tomorrow.
Okay. So do I.
No. But we got about another 10 minutes or so. But we're good. But
I have an appointment. I have an appointment tomorrow too.
If you want to come in, you better come in now.
I have a VA appointment tomorrow too.
With what?
A prostate exam.
When we're VA bros.
If you really need to know, it's a prostate.
Ooh. I just said I didn't say with who. Oh well then you're gonna have that erection on that prostate exam.
She expects one, I'm sure.
She's decent looking.
Not trying to be weird, just saying.
Well, okay. I'm just saying, like, I haven't had anybody giving me the reach and go
No, it's
down
not
there
that.
in years, and it definitely hasn't been a lady. So that's something that
It's
I'm
not
kind of
that
looking
common.
forward to.
Had something weird in my my labs from last week when I was there. It's like, we need to check something. So it's sweet. Okay. Only because my
Well,
dad passed away from
I hope-
prostate cancer like years ago. And he was a veteran, so they were kind of like,
and I'm hoping,
let's check that.
and I'm hoping that it turns out to be that they whatever they find, it's just you're all right. Hopefully, it's you're all right. I
Just
like
take
those
it out.
things.
Get rid of it. I'll be like, just go ahead and get it out of there. I don't care. I don't need it. I don't need it anymore. Just saying. Yeah,
Again,
that's
if you
terrible.
want to hang out, please do.
But I have the Cowboys losing that ball game. Not because it's the Raiders, just because the matchup, to me, I'm sitting there looking at all of it. And their defense is in the bottom. I mean, not the bottom half. They're in the bottom 5 on every single category, including special teams. I'm just like, damn. If Geno can't make something happen with that, even with a freaking makeshift offensive line, I don't care. Hell, they're last in quarterback pressure. They're last in tackles for loss. Hell, they only have 1 tackle for loss the entire fucking year from their offensive line or from their defensive
that's
line.
amazing.
I mean, they had tackles for loss from blitzing safeties and shit like that, but from their defensive line, 1 tackle for loss from their defensive line. Guess who it was? Kenny Clark, the dude they got for Micah Parsons. One
guy,
TFL.
I was going to say, that was going to be my guess.
Yeah. But I will tell you, if we can't do it, the Cowboys are going amazing on D. They're really aiming to find the way. Yeah. And you know what? I feel so bad for Dak Prescott because, to be perfectly honest with you, any team in the division he's in, if he was the quarterback for any one of them, probably would have had a Super Bowl. I don't care which one of them it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, Commanders, the freaking Giants. I don't care, especially this year. If he was a Giants quarterback this year, they'd be freaking 8-2 or 9-1 or something like that. Dak is a freaking great quarterback, but damn, that defense is freaking terrible. And when people say, well, why get rid of Micah Parsons? Well, because it was already terrible, even with him. Yeah, they were getting 3 sacks a game, but that's 3 plays in an entire game. Getting burnt every single time. I don't. Is Trayvon Diggs even still on the Cowboys team?
He is, but I think he's in. I think he's injured.
Because that's probably one of the
somebody
best.
Can tell me, but I think he's injured. Right.
Gotta be.
I think. In fact, let me do that for you. Yeah.
I haven't heard anything.
Let me see. I'll actually Google Trayvon Diggs stats. See what comes up.
Yeah, I know.
He's on the injured reserve with a concussion and a knee injury. Yeah, which is not the same knee as his previous ACL. So it's his other knee. It's his other knee.
He's never available. Trayvon Diggs hasn't been available for that defense since the day they got him. And Richie just said, it's sad though that did grab a great defensive tackle in a trade. They did. But damn, it wasn't worth Micah Parsons. I mean,
Yeah.
I just feel like
Well, remember it was Micah Parsons
Raiders,
plus what, 2 picks?
Yeah,
It was
compensatory
Parsons
too.
plus what, 2, right?
They were compensatory too, so it's they got the picks from teams that are already contenders. The Packers and they got 26, 27 Packers first rounders, I think. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. So,
yeah, I just know. I think it was 2-1, and it was. I think it was 2-1. And did they get like a couple other? I wasn't real aware.
2-1s in the second.
Who they? I just.
I
thought it was.
I mean, to me, I would have never even. I would have never even thought about anything without 3 first-round draft picks. Wouldn't even have entertained it without thought of 3 first rounds. And that would be my biggest complaint is if I were a Cowboy fan. It's like, fuck yeah, okay, I get it. He's kind of a distraction, shit like that. But damn, the dude's playing on the field is what it is. We need 3 first rounders for this guy. We're going to turn him loose, you know? No. Okay, Richie. Richie says, actually, Nav, a top-tier defensive tackle is better than an edge. It is if you have any other part of the defensive line that is doing anything. And Dallas' defensive line's not doing shit. They're giving up so much in every facet of the ballgame. Yeah, Williams was traded for the Cowboys for a second in 26 and a first in 27. Williams. Which Williams? Trent Williams? Is that Trent Williams you're talking about? I'm not sure what you mean here. I'm not sure.
I don't know who. Yeah.
Oh, Quinnen Williams. Okay,
yeah, I don't know who that.
Oh, Quinnen Williams. Okay,
Quinnen Williams. There you go.
That addition right there is freaking. That's a good pickup. Quinnen Williams is a good pickup. That's a good pickup. Now, the Jets fire sealed everything.
Put Quinnen Williams. Yeah, Quinnen Williams. Park. Yeah, for sure. I mean, they did rather well there, and I was actually saying, their coach will be around a while because he's a damn good coach. They're gonna have to live with him for about another 2 or 3 years just to see what he can do, because you can't shit-can a very good coach when you don't even have a roster.
Well, and he's a youngster. Williams
that's what you need to do.
Williams is not old either. He's going to be around a while. Quinnen Williams is going to be around a while. So he's I mean, not necessarily a youngster, but I mean, he's young. He's going to be around a minute. So, I mean, that's one you keep. That's one that hangs around for a while. And it's going to be a problem at some point for the NFC. So, I get it. I don't think he'll be a factor in that game. So, I don't see any way at all they're going to be able to, if the Raiders decide we're going to be run heavy. Yeah, I put Williams is 28, but he's not a wide receiver or a quarterback or a skill player. Quinnen Williams is going to be around for a while. Those dudes roll to 40, no problem. So, but thing about it is, it's one of these deals. If the Raiders put it in their mind, we're going to smash mouth football, We're just going to run the ball. We're going to run. We're going to run. We're going to run until we're not. Everything gets sucked up to them. Boom. Downfield. Brock's going to have a big game, I think. I mean, I think Mike Mayer may even have a bigger game than Brock. So it's just one of those. We're not playing the Broncos defense. You know what I'm saying? So
that's all.
We're going to
That's
be wide
depending
open.
upon. Right, but that's all depending on him getting a running game. If the Raiders don't run, the Raiders don't win. Period.
True statement. And if you can't do it against the worst defense in the NFL overall, who can you do it against?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it comes down to.
And then Ed is saying that McCarthy his name is floating around for the Giants. I tell you what, I'd take Mike McCarthy over the people that are saying Antonio Pierce. Are you fucking kidding me?
Somebody
Antonio
actually said
Pierce
Antonio Pierce
for the Giants.
That came out of national media. That wasn't just some freaking pundit shit.
Yeah, that's stupid. That is stupid.
You can't go from linebacker.
Antonio Pierce should not.
You can't go from interim linebackers coach to interim head coach and then fire head coach to head coach of a New York franchise.
Right.
No way that can happen. That is, if it does, it's I don't know what they're thinking. No, we're not. We didn't pay AP to.
Hey, that's a good. Are we still paying?
No, not him. We're still paying Josh McDaniels though.
Yeah, and see, that's what I wanted to know is like, which coaches are we still paying? Because that's going to make a decision as to what you can and can't do with some people. And I know that we are still and it's Wilkins as well. We're paying Wilkins, although we're trying to get some of that money back. But until such a time that we do get some of that money back, that's still going to the fat guy that likes to roll around, hanging out, fondling balls and shit.
No, Edward said we owe Gruden a ton of cash. No, that was paid out. That was
we don't. No, we don't.
Yeah, that was paid out. That's done.
It was a buyout.
No, we don't owe him $30 million. Nope.
Yeah, that's a buyout. Ed, no, we don't. We don't owe him
buyout long ago.
That he was bought out. Yeah,
it was all bought out.
Yeah, that was a buyout. That we don't owe Gruden. We do owe, like I said, we do owe McDaniels.
We owe Josh McDaniels. And then up until last year, we actually owed Lane Kiffin money. No shit, up till last year. It wasn't much. It was like a couple $100,000. So shit. That's dumber than fuck. I was like, the thing about it is, Cap, here's what I want everybody. We can't keep firing fucking coaches over and over again, year for year, because here's what happens. No coach is gonna want to come be a Raiders coach. No players gonna want to come play for us. You keep this carousel going. There's no way out of it. I guess the way I actually put this is never put yourself in a corner where you can't get out. And if you keep doing the shit you're doing, you get yourself put in a corner where you're never going to compete again. So yeah, McDaniels, I think we owe him $12 million or something like that.
No, he's talking about. I think isn't Seattle's coach another name that's similar to McDaniels? I know that McDaniels is also the
Mike McDonald, right? I think it's Seattle's coach.
Okay, yeah, McDonald, yeah.
Yep. So here's my thing. Can't just keep firing coaches fucking left and right. Can't do it. OCs, fucking DCs, none of that shit. I will tell you this. Patrick Graham, at one point, I was like, fuck, dude, what are you doing? You know, not just this season, but last season. And I'm like, well, what he's got, he's actually doing pretty damn good work. You know? I mean, he's got a bunch of fucking one-year prove-it guys. His full back end of his defense is one-year prove-it. I mean, reality, if you think about that, what's he doing with it? They're 15th overall defense in the NFL. They're number 5 against the run. I mean, when have we ever been top 5 against the run? Ever. When's the last time we were top 5
I was
against
going to say,
the run?
I think the last best
I'm like, damn.
The last best defensive coordinator that we've had, and stop me if you've heard this or you disagree with me. The last best defensive coordinator that we had was Willie Shaw.
I can agree with that. However, I think Dennis Allen was our defensive coordinator at some point, wasn't he?
No, we got Dennis Allen straight from the Broncos. He was their defensive coordinator, and we made him our head coach.
Okay.
So he came from a long line. He came from a long line of defensive coordinators that we got from the Broncos because Del Rio was their defensive coordinator, and Dennis Allen was their defensive coordinator, and we got them and made them head coaches. And you see what the results are.
Well, and I can see that Dennis Allen's also done it again, tried to do it again, and he's failing again as a head coach. Some coordinators belong as coordinators. Always. Josh McDaniels making a perfect example of it. You know what I mean? You just make him an OC, he's going to fucking kill him.
Yeah, Richie,
he's a head coach. He's just not a leader of men. He's not.
Right.
He needs to be freaking on his own, freaking have his own shit going on. You know? Yeah, Del Rio was a head coach. Yeah. He was a head coach. We didn't bring him as a DC. No. But
right, he was the Denver DC, and so
the thing about it is Denver and Richie and I mean, probably, Ken Norton Jr. was a decent DC. I think he just had badass players, but Khalil and freaking everybody else. I'm not sure. I might have been more players than Ken Norton. What I'm saying is PG's doing.
Yeah, no.
PG's putting up defensive numbers with players that nobody even knows who their names are, other than Max and Adam Butler. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not agreeing with that.
No, Ken Norton Jr.
decent
was a decent DC because he had the players around him. What I'm saying is PG is doing well with the shit he's got. So that's the difference, is all I'm saying. And PG's a young guy ready to go out in the fucking world and maybe be a head coach. There's no doubt in my mind PG will not be a Raider next year. No question.
He like I keep telling people, paying attention. He is supposed to have been the head coach for the Jaguars until they fucking made their bones and fired Trent Baalke. When they fired Trent Baalke, that's when Liam Cohen said, "Yeah, I will take that job. Thank you." And he did. Right. And I actually giggle because he did the Bucs wrong. Ha ha. Not that I have any qualms in saying that. But Bob, we got about a minute, brother.
Okay, so I'm going to throw one last thing out there, and I'm going to throw it in the chat too. We all know that a running back is not going to win the MVP, right? We all know that, right? It's just not going to happen because it's MVP is a quarterback thing. It has been for years, right? Who you, shipmate, who do you think the MVP of the league is right
now? And I don't, like I said, to be honest, I don't really care about the NFL as a whole. I don't. Well, I'll give you Matthew Stafford in LA.
That's one for me.
I'll give you Stafford in LA. And who else is? Daniel Jones for a little while was showing that he could have been, but I'm definitely going with Matthew Stafford. Jones is actually, I will say that the kid that runs for the Colts is my other MVP candidate because Taylor is the only reason why that they are done what they have done is Jonathan Taylor.
No question. No question. But we all know the MVP is a freaking quarterback category. So
here's the yes, but I think Jonathan Taylor, if he wasn't going up against Stafford, Jonathan Taylor would be my MVP.
Yeah, he's not my number 2, but he is my number 3. My number 2 is Sam Darnold with the Seahawks. Freaking
we'll see.
Unbelievable. It's
right, and we'll see what when they have that Rams Seahawks game upcoming.
Stafford's
and I got to bust you out. Yeah, I got to bust you out because I want to try to get it in under 2 so I can get some cuts out of this. So
okay.
I got to say goodbye. I got 20 seconds. Literally, I got 20 seconds. Thanks, Bob. You take care, brother.
Take care.
Be well. Be well. That's Navman, and I'm going to get out. I'm cutting it now. Ending stream. Thanks again, folks. We will see you on another show. Bye.